From windy and chilly Southern California, it's the Suzanne Somers Show, and here she is.
You're good, you know? If we ever run out of money tomorrow, you can go be one of those guys.
That's right.
You can be those announcer guys.
I could.
You can be that at sports events.
I could.
You could make a lot of money.
Well, I don't know about making a lot of money, but
go do it. Let's see. And I'll just sit home. Smoke air cigarettes. And about that voice, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is Caroline Somers, president of our company, who happens to be our daughter-in-law and one of the dearest people in my life.
Well, thank you. I gotcha.
So, Caroline, I'd like you to check Instagram. Are you looking at Instagram right now?
Yeah, I'm checking it right now.
Okay.
Al, would you be so kind to turn the air conditioning on a little bit? We were supposed to be outside at Big Al Park tonight, but we had a mini tornado here in Palm Springs, and I'm not kidding. It's still blowing out there, but all of a sudden, everything was up in the air, and trees and things, and this is the day I decided to attack my equipment room. We all have a room like that, don't we? And it's the stuff that you just don't want to deal with, so you go, let's put it in there. And I've decided that my goal for the next while, we all have these goals as women, is I want to be able to walk in there and walk all the way around the center island and have nothing in my way that I trip over. It's going to take a while, but every Monday we take out another section. So we did that today, but everything went blowing all over the place because we have a tornado. So I know it's not interesting, but those of you watching, it's a female thing. Guys don't get like, oh no, my son.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, my son can get upset. My son is Caroline's husband.
Okay, now we're on Instagram.
Okay.
Welcome, Instagram.
Okay, my son can get, a little compulsive, would you say, Caroline? About orders?
He does. He's just super organized.
Yeah. Well, when I'm organized.
Passion and a hobby.
Yeah. Well, I was inspired by you guys moving into your new house, and I saw Bruce's compulsive side, which I've known all his life, but this was it's taken it to a graduate course or a PhD. And then I think of my house here. I've been here 44 years. I only have two places that are out of control. One in particular, that's the equipment room. It's just crap city. You walk through like this, and most of what's in there doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything. So I'm putting together bins for this Desert AIDS project here at a store called Revival. So I'll let you know when all this next load is dropped off, and you can all run down there. Because last time I did that, the guy said it was the biggest sales day in the history of their store. And I was happy because it's a win-win. Win for me, I get rid of stuff, and a win for them because it all goes to Desert AIDS Project. So it's amazing when you think about how AIDS has been contained and handled. You rarely hear about diagnosis anymore, and when you do, they are immediately put on the medicines, and I don't know what those are, but they are definitely keeping it at bay. There was a period of time here, 10, 15 years ago, where all you would see, because this is a very gay town, is gaunt looking, sick looking, not much longer for the world looking people here. And I never see that anymore. And so it can be done. It can be done. So that's it. And that's my husband in the background blowing his nose. It's a new thing we have now. This is what I hear in the morning. It's from the other room. Your husband's who honk in the morning? He used to make joke about his father honking. And now it's you, honey.
I'm taking over.
You're taking over, yeah.
Yeah, does Bruce honk? Of course he does.
No.
Bruce used to honk horribly until he started taking, interesting, because Dr. Allen had him on, it was a Chinese herb, and that really helped with his allergies. And then when you started making nasal renew, now he takes the nasal renew, and he doesn't honk anymore. And I just realized there are some Chinese herbs in your nasal renew.
And it rebalances the microbiome in the sinus cavity. Alan takes Nasal Renew in the morning and the night, but he has an issue. It's all up in here. And so whenever I can hear it before he feels it, I can hear a sound in his nose, and I go, I'm like this nag, I go take it right now. I will. But I will feel successful as a person, Alan, when you take this on your own before it's necessary, because I can hear it before you.
By the way,
you don't care.
No, I don't care. For the edification, I do care. For the edification of those who are interested in Suzanne's apparel today, her fashion statement, these clothes were all manufactured by Suzanne Somers and designed by daughter Leslie Hamill.
I'm sure a lot of you have these pieces. I try to wear them on the show from time to time because they were just so great. And we're designing now another couple of versions of the Sweeney dress, and we're designing a t-shirt dress that you're going to love. You're going to love. It's that dress you're going to want from spring on to put on every day. It's a t-shirt dress that doesn't cling, that comes off of one shoulder, so it's got sexy, because we all got good shoulders. Hides, it's loose fitting, it's comfortable, and has pockets. Pockets are so important, put your Kleenex, put your whatever. And we're going to do it in off-white that doesn't see through and doesn't cling. We're going to do it in black. And then we've got one more shirt dress that you're going to love. I kind of get what you want from us, and that's where we're going with Leslie. She's so talented. So we're kind of excited.
And there's one other thing we may do, but we're not going to announce it.
What?
Okay, we decided that we might want to do it when you gave one to our dear friend Stacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave a piece that I know a lot of you have. I can't say what it is.
Well, you can say what it is.
It's a suede perforated shawl with fringe. Now, my friend Stacy has a long blonde hair, and it's a haphazard long blonde hair. It's not straight. She has everything. She's one of these women who has everything, and what do you give something? And I thought, this would look so good on her. She opened her gift, she put it on, it looked so amazing, and what it did, and I knew it would, it looks like a continuation of her hair, and then the fringe hangs off the bottom, so it looks like it's just this long hair with fringe, and the proportion is great on her. And we made it in black, fawn colored like hers, rust colored, and that sort of teal blue that looks great with blue jeans. I think we need to bring that back. You let me know if that is of interest to you. She liked it so much. I got a handwritten letter from her yesterday. You know when you sit down and write a handwritten letter, you really like it. And I wrote her back and I went, whoa, a handwritten letter. But it really did look great on her. She said she wore it out again the other night. That's when you know they really like it. And she got nothing but compliments. So we're thinking about fashion and who we all are at this time and where we're all going. Because I know you've all experienced what I've experienced. Where do you wear all your clothes right now? Where are you going, huh? I mean, the restaurants are just starting to open here tomorrow night in LA. By the way, Caroline, the restaurant's open inside.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
So, some person with the name of Gabbard.
Tulsi?
Well, that's Tulsi.
Okay.
It's spelled the same way.
Okay.
Is watching.
Oh.
And he said, I thought this was a Thigh Master commercial. So to accommodate him, I brought you...
Always near. I did podcasts all day today, and you know what I did while I was sitting here? I thought, I just sat and did inner thigh and Kegel exercises, and they never knew. I did them all day. My inner thighs are going to be so sore, and I don't care.
I'm the only one who really does.
I know. It's incredible. It's stupid looking, but it's so effective. It so works. Do we still sell them?
Of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
In
Well,
120 countries.
can we get them on our website?
Of course.
Well, there you go.
Or Amazon.
There you go. And the other thing today, I did podcasts all day. That's the new thing. You work me like a slave, Alan.
Yeah.
And
That's my job.
And all these women on these podcasts want to know about was gut renew. Everybody's got gut issues. All we talked about today, I was sitting there going, oh my God, is constipation, bloating, loading, discomfort, weight gain, that they don't know why they're gaining weight. It's on and on.
Lack of energy. When you're constipated and bloated, the energy quotient goes down dramatically.
What kept coming up? The words dog tired. Don't we all know what that means? Yeah. Dog tired. That's when you shouldn't be tired. You slept all night, but you're just dog tired.
By the way, your eyes look really great this evening.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's the sparkle in my eye.
Maybe. I think they just look great.
And I think my hair looks great today.
Yeah.
And on my hair, I used everything I'm looking at here. Oh, wow. Do I even have to tell you about the activating serum? Oh my gosh. This is made from meadow foam seed oil. You don't have any of that. And Abyssinian seed oil. I know you don't have any of that. A combination of these two things, you put it on your hair, wet hair, and you just bring it through and bring it all the way to the ends. And then you blow dry it however you want. Blah, 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 blah. And then you take your flattening iron. Hopefully you still have one of the Suzanne Somers flattening iron. Can we do that again, the oscillating one, Caroline? I'm using it again. I love it so much. But you think about that. Let me finish mine. So you take your flattening iron, pull it through this activating serum on the bottom of your hair. It doesn't make your hair grow longer, but it strengthens it so you don't get breakage. And so your hair appears to be longer because you haven't had any breakage. But what it does, look how shiny and smooth and like a 74-year-old woman shouldn't have. That you, and you can have it too. Everything I have, I share with you. So there's that, and then if you got still some frizzies, you spray the gloss on, just a little, hardly any, just a little.
I just started using the gloss. I've always used the activating serum, but actually what it is, if anybody out there has had or would like to have one of those, what is it called, Brazilian?
True Brazilian, yeah.
True, ours is true Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Brazilian blow dry? Okay. So it's, what do they charge? Anywhere between $400 and $700.
Depending on what coast you're on. But
yeah, exactly. And there's some really nasty stuff in that.
Well,
I think formaldehyde.
Yeah, there's formaldehyde in it, and this is a treatment that when women first started having long, glossy, beautiful, straight hair, it's because they were going to salons in LA and in New York where they were getting the Brazilian treatment. I've heard as high as $750 because it lasts for 3 months. I've heard $450. Let's just say expensive. Put it all over your head, put you under a dryer, and it's formaldehyde is one of the big ingredients, and you sit under the dryer. Here's your brain. Your brain's right here. And now the heat from the dryer opens your pores, right? You got formaldehyde sitting all over your hair, and that's all going into your brain. And you wonder why there's so many brain issues? I'm not saying that's the cause, but it sure can't be helpful. So we created our own True Brazilian. Okay, it only lasts from wash to wash, but so what? Every wash, you put some more on. It's all stuff that's good for you. Meadow foam seed oil, Abyssinian seed oil. And then you put the gloss on. And the gloss, I don't even know what's in the gloss. I know it's everything we have is organic, so it's not going to be bad. So, okay. It doesn't say what's in the gloss. Do you know what's in the gloss, Caroline?
I haven't looked that up.
I know. Straightening, it has these. Thank you.
Maybe.
Anti-frizz. Then.
Maybe it's Shinola.
Then, that's not all. We have the styling gel. Styling gel has xylitol and quinoa. Quinoa, you know the stuff that you make when you don't want to eat grains, but you want something that makes you feel like you're eating grains. Like when I eat pasta, I don't eat pasta with white flour because Alan is gluten intolerant. I use quinoa pasta. Who's Andean Dream is the maker. Quinoa pasta. I've served it to everybody, including Steve Wynn, you know the guy who owns the Wynn hotels. I gave him that pasta. Nobody ever says, what is this? Everyone just thinks it's pasta. It's delicious, and you don't get any of the gluten effects from it. So anyway, we've used it in our shampoos, and we've used it now in our styling gel. And then xylitol is a sugar that comes from birch trees. It's a sugar alcohol. So.
Okay, Vicky.
That's what it's
I'm
like.
waiting for you on the True Brazilian finishing gloss.
Tell me.
It contains argan oil, which helps
argan oil.
nourish the hair.
Yeah.
It enhances the elasticity of the hair. It has vitamin E. It has cupuaçu and tamano seed butters,
Wow.
which add shine and moisture.
Wow.
And it has broccoli seed oil.
Well,
And everything is toxic-free and not tested on animals and gluten-free.
Thank you.
Okay,
I hope you all appreciate it. I know you do. The care we take, what we bring you, is never going to harm you. And all I ask you is, after you wash your hair and you've used your activating serum, and then you put your styling gel in there, now you're looking really good. You've got a couple of frizzies. When you use the gloss, do not use too much, or you'll be sorry, you'll get a greasy effect. So just a little, and then pull it down on it.
Okay, Vicky Hudon.
Can you show the side? We haven't even announced the sale today.
How could you, Alan?
I was just going to announce that Vicky Hudon said, I use all those products on my 67-year-old hair.
Love you, Vicky.
Love those products.
Love you,
Okay.
Vicky. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I love all you women and men who watch our
Here it is. Promo code STYLE25, 25% off all the hair care today.
So cool.
Okay.
Wendy Fox said, I have dry, frizzy, graying hair, and I love your products.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah, Suzanne, the True Brazilian Activating Serum, you can get that smooth, sleek, straight look that Suzanne has, which is so great, and
Yeah.
it just looks so, it looks like she's done nothing, it looks effortless, but it is just the most beautiful, silky, amazing style. But you can also use that True Brazilian Activating Serum to get great curls.
Yeah.
You can, use it, put it all throughout your curls, and
Yeah.
then scrunch it up from the bottom, and it's like the greatest leave-in conditioner, and it gives you back your curls without the frizz. So it's great.
Great.
Alan uses it for his curls.
Yeah, and Daisy, our granddaughter, who's got pretty hair, she puts it on and then puts her hands inside at the roots and pulls it out, and she gets this great, soft curl. It's just perfect
The
shape.
best hair.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I was talking to someone the other day who is a large woman, and she has very, very curly hair. And I said to her, it's all about proportion. When you're large, and I say that in a complimentary way, you want your hair to be proportional to who you are. And this is so great for doing that. You put the activating serum on and do your scrunch, and then you put the styling gel in at the roots and bring it out and let it dry big. Like, did you see Beyonce last night? The worst Grammys I've ever seen in my life, but I don't want to talk about it, but she is so...
The ratings reflect that too.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an ugly show, really ugly. I hate to think our kids are watching stuff like that, but I guess they are. But anyway, Beyonce is maybe one of the most beautiful women ever in the history of women. She's that beautiful, and her body, it makes everyone feel good. She's a large woman, but she's all curves. I was looking at her shoulders and her arms. They're big, but they're beautiful. And then her waist is small, and then her hips are big, really big. And they look beautiful. And her thighs are big, but they're beautiful. So it's not about size, it's about proportion. And like Beyonce had huge, big hair last night. And it looked amazing. Her hair was out maybe 8 inches on each side, just brushed. I don't know if she used my products, but I have a feeling she did. But anyway, I can't make that claim. I looked at her, I thought, you sure look like you're using SUZANNE Organics to me. We should send her a box of stuff. She'd like this stuff. Caroline, that's your project. Send it to Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Christine Nani.
Nani.
Christine, I think Nani. It looks like Nani, okay? Can you answer the question about the fruit in the smoothies? That's the Gut Renew 30-day challenge.
What question, Christine?
The question is, 1 cup or half a cup of the frozen fruit? The bag says one thing and the book says another.
Do you think it matters, Caroline? I put it in.
No, it doesn't matter. We put half a cup on the bag, and what we were doing the recipes, we realized that it's really better with more.
Yeah, because that's your ice.
Frostier, so it's really however you like it.
Yeah.
The recipes are just a guide.
Yeah, and you can't wreck the recipe. Oh, we had the most delicious one yesterday, didn't we, Alan?
Yeah.
I filled the blender up to about here with frozen mango chunks. And I put them in first. And then I poured coconut milk over it. So it was almost covered to like start defrosting it a little bit. And then I put in, this is my recipe, and I don't think that's in this, but this is what I do. A couple of scoops of organic yogurt. And then, because I'm trying to gain a little weight, I know, cry for me. I poured a little bit of cream in it, and I put 2 spoons each, so 4 spoons of the Gut Renew, and then I put 2 spoons of the immune powder.
That's our new product.
That's our new product for
Immune support.
immune support. We want to have a strong immune support, and that's what Jillian Barbary, I was on her podcast today, she's begged me to send it to her, and I hope you're watching, Jillian. It's already on its way. And I whipped that up, and oh my gosh, it was like having the greatest milkshake ever.
And we each had 2 glasses.
I said to Alan, here's the blender, here's your first glass, but you and I have to drink exactly the same amount so that I get my gut renew and immune support and you get it too. And that's how I get all my supplements down in the morning, because it's easier to take supplements when you've got something a little thicker. It was amazing. So Jillian Barbary, who is a friend of mine, and I don't know, a lot of you may know her. She's been on television forever. And here in Los Angeles, she was a mainstay on the morning show, and I debuted so many of my books after Larry King. Larry King always got first choice, but I debuted so many on Jillian Barbary, Dorothy Lucy, and Steve Edwards show. And Steve and Alan loved each other because they look exactly alike, and they always like hug each other like brothers. But she's had a rough time. She's had cancer, and she's been very open with it, and double mastectomy, and a lot of chemotherapy, and her gut is a mess. And she went on and on today. She's on the 30-day gut challenge. She's doing it 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, having a healthy dinner at night, taking the immune support, and I can't wait to talk to her at the end of the 30 days, because I know it's going to help her so much. And then her co-host, started talking about the gut and everybody, and she's talking about I'm so constipated, and I'm so bloated, and I'm gaining so much weight, and nothing fits, and I don't feel good, and then the words dog tired came up again. It's an epidemic. So if any of you haven't tried our Gut Renew, that's not what this show is about tonight, but having talked about it most of the day today, I realized that the gut is the biggest issue we're all dealing with. I can bet you anything that the larger percentage of all of you who are watching tonight, that you have issues with, constipation, bloating, gas, unexplained weight gain, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm so proud that we have this incredible product, because it's loaded with stuff that you don't need. I don't need Sasha Inchi and fermented soy protein powder and marshmallow extract and these things that are so important for healing the gut. I don't make any claims about healing or anything. It's just that I'm just listening to what all of you are saying. The fact that we had to order 24 more tons of Gut Renew this month. We had to, and last month. Well, look at you. Look at you. Do you remember him as the Alpha Beta Man?
Oh, by the way, if you want to have a big laugh, Google Alan Hamill reel, Alan Hamill gag reel, Alpha Beta.
You were darling. What's that?
Well, I just
What you got, Al?
This is this 40-book thing.
40 page.
40 page. What did I say?
Not 40 books.
Yeah, 40 books.
Yeah.
Almost 27 books, right?
I've written 27, but this is a 40 page
You said 40 page tagline. Excuse me.
Mostly written by Caroline.
Right. It has all the recipes in here.
Right. And Jillian had the book in front of her, and she said, I'm not only making all the recipes, but I'm making the meals, the clean, healthy meals. Tomorrow we got to do the chocolate and banana one.
Okay.
Okay? All right? By the way, Al, all the girls girls today that I did their podcast, they all have a crush on you.
Well, there's something I have to tell you. Yeah.
What?
There's something I have to tell you.
What is that?
Okay. The reason those two girls were on today,
Yeah.
I've actually known those two girls for most of my
Oh,
life.
so this is so not funny what you're
Okay.
What direction are you going?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Could you top me up a little bit here? I'm enjoying my tequila tonight.
Certainly.
And, I'd like just a splash. Mostly ice and just a splash.
Okay.
Anyway, you know what I like is that what they're responding to with Alan is what is that? Oh, that's Caroline. What are you doing, Caroline? Yeah, what was that noise? I thought it was Alan's ice cubes, but they're doing something else. Anyway,
I was just picking up the paper.
what I realized in reacting to with Alan, my 84-year-old husband, thank you so much,
Sure.
is he has, well, it's energy, but I call it juice. And juice is what we want to keep. Juice, another way of saying it, is quality of life. I was very proud of, that meme that went out today from Dr. Hertog in Belgium. Wasn't that incredible?
It was great.
Caroline? I think we lost Caroline.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, even though I'm muted because I was picking up the paper and the noise was bothering.
Oh. Anyway,
That was awesome.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, I mean, for this doctor who introduced bioidentical hormones, and specifically the thyroid, not only in Belgium, but throughout Europe, where it was illegal. It was illegal, and he did it. And he wrote this thing today. I don't have it in front of me, but he gave me credit for being the person who started the bioidentical hormone movement in America. Now, I know I've done that, but when someone of his stature says that, I wrote Caroline, I sent it to her, and I said, I'm actually really proud of this. I'm really proud of that. Because the reason I did this is that nobody had your back. Nobody understood what we women were going through. And I talked about this on another show recently, that when our mothers went through it, they didn't discuss it, never mentioned it, but they would whisper, she's going through the change. The change. Remember the change? And all I knew as a little girl is the change doesn't sound like it's a very good thing. I hope I never go through the change. And when I decided to go public with the fact that I was in menopause, I sat and I really thought about it. Do I want to be the poster child for menopause? And then I thought, who better? Who better? I like the way I feel. I like the way I look. I like the way I'm attracted to my husband. I like the way my husband looks and feels. And it's the greatest thing I've ever done, not only for myself, but I believe for all of us too. It's about regaining our quality of life. You know, it's not enough to just be healthy and alive. You want to be alive while you're alive. And you only can be alive while you're alive if you have quality of life. And bioidentical hormones have given me, have given Alan, have given Caroline, have given Bruce, and I hope most all of you back your quality of life, because that's a big deal. Well, that's all I have to say.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Well, I'm proud of you too. You've done a lot of amazing things in your career, but that is a really, really important one. It's affected millions of people.
Isn't that amazing?
Mostly women, but millions of people.
You know, I never understood initially, like, why was I fired from a police company just because I asked to be paid equal to the men? There's a big plan, and you know, as we go through negatives in life, you can sit and be defeated by it, or trust that the universe or God or whatever has a plan. And I believe that I rose to such fame on Three's Company, and that character was and is so still beloved, so that when I was fired so unfairly, it allowed me to stay relevant, because people said, why'd you do that to her? What? We miss her, we want her. It allowed me to go in another direction. And who knew that I was going to go on the nightclub? I went into nightclubs, and God, I had so much fun on stage in Vegas. And in 1987, I was named Female Entertainer of the Year along with Frank Sinatra. But I had nothing to do during the day, and I wasn't the type that was going to order room service and watch soap operas. So I started writing and writing and writing and writing. I remember I did everything wrong in Talent, and I would have these pierred cloth bags filled with handwritten pages that I had to take everywhere with me, so that it was before computers, I was doing this all by hand. If I had to look at something here to see if I already wrote it there, I'd have all of these 400 or 500, eventually over 1,000 handwritten pages. And what a great thing that was. That's how I became self-educated. I was talking to my sister today, who had a stroke 2 weeks ago and was doing so well. So well. I love her. I had a moment of what would life on the planet be like without my sister, and I had just such a heavy heart. She drives me nuts, but I love her so much. She's so opinionated, but I love her. But anyway, we were talking today about all of this, and I forget my train of thought. I went off. What was I talking about, Caroline?
You were talking about how lucky you were that
Pardon me?
you got fired from Three's Company, so you could end up having this bigger voice and have an impact on women,
that was my
as you have done with the bioidentical hormone movement.
Yeah, that was my point. Thank you. Alan took your phone away. Put it back here.
No, I was actually looking for something here.
No, put it back here so I can hear Caroline.
Oh, okay.
Not to be bossy or anything.
I obey.
It's like
I
the
obey.
component of the show,
Okay.
very important.
When I get orders
Anyway,
from
my
above.
point in telling you all that is that don't get down when it doesn't go right. Trust that it's an opportunity to learn something that you didn't know you needed to learn or wanted to learn. But if you leave yourself open to follow the flow and the journey that you are on, which is different from the next person, it's going to take you to the right place, and you're going to learn the lesson that you came here to teach yourself. And I believe that life is now that I'm in my seventh decade?
This is one of those discussions
I never
where
understand. I'm 74. So.
Yeah. Okay. So you could be in your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, but you're headed into your 8th.
Okay, let's say the 7th.
Okay.
I'm not ready to hit the 8th.
Okay.
I realize that
on your 75th birthday,
what are you gonna do?
which I think is a magical number.
Yeah, this coming October.
I think we should do something special.
What?
And I know that I am going to be experiencing something that I've never experienced before.
Well,
And that is, I have never slept with a 75-year-old woman.
well, get ready.
Okay?
Get ready.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there. You can be a real ass when you want to, but I get what you're saying. Anyway, what I realized is that life is divided into chapters. Each chapter has so much richness in it. And I hear people dreading the next, decade chapter. I have found this chapter of my 70s pretty amazing. I get to be a teacher. I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher. I never planned on it. But that seems to be where it's going, and what a privilege and an opportunity. So embrace each chapter that you're in. Anyway, so anybody asking any questions? I'm doing all the talking. I'm going to eat a green olive.
I have a bunch of questions,
Okay.
and I just wanted to make a comment about the styling cream, which is in that jar in front of you, because Bruce uses a lot of hair products. He has a lot of different hair products, and he has just discovered the styling cream.
Oh, so is Alan.
He loves it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Absolutely loves it, because I saw him. He had something that was like some kind of styling paste or cream, and I looked at him and I said, "Why are you using that?"
Yeah, we
He
did
said,
it.
oh, it's nice. It has kind of some movement. And I said, but you know, I'll mix one. And he said, she does. I've never tried it. I was like, I can't believe you've never tried it.
Yeah.
So, of course, I had one, and I gave it to him. He loves it. And he loves it because you can really shape your hair
Yeah.
with styling cream.
Yeah.
Particularly good for short hair.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing, like if you have short hair and you kind of want to reshape it the next day, and you don't necessarily, I mean, he showers every day, but for a lot of, I have a lot of friends who are women who have short hair, and they will maybe just put a little water and then use that styling cream to give their hair a whole new shape, and it's a fabulous product, and I just wanted you to know that Bruce is digging it.
And so was Alan just discovered. And this is how I keep my bangs piecey. I'm doing it right now. I'm piecing up my bangs. And then sometimes I like to take like my hair and create kind of more of a rock and roll look and do that. To see what I'm doing? Look how that does it. And then when you brush it out, it just completely brushes out. I love this stuff. I play with it. It's how
It's a great product.
I create.
And then, of course, the styling gel.
That's your volume. That's your volume. Yeah.
Yeah. So Suzanne uses that at the root.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bruce also uses that. Like, he can get, depending on how much you use, he can get his hair quite stiff with that because he sometimes likes his hair like kind of quite stiff up.
Right.
He likes it like that. So anyway, Suzanne has so many different styling products. That's why the promo code today is Style25.
Right.
Because you can style your hair
Right.
any way you like it.
Right.
If you like it soft and wavy, or if you like it smooth and straight and silky. But, you know, no frizz, no flyaways.
And nothing will harm you in what you're looking at here. There's nothing that's bad for you. I love that we make all these products that are good for you products. And there's nothing here that will harm you.
Okay, so Molly Son Holmes
Okay.
is asking, are you making corned beef this week?
Tomorrow morning, you and I are getting up early because
Okay.
I'm starting my corned beef. We're gonna video my corned beef
Okay.
recipe, and then tomorrow night for the show, we're gonna eat it. But I'm gonna show you exactly how I did everything. I'll have everything all laid out. I have to say, as an Irish woman, my name is Suzanne Mahoney. I think my corned beef and cabbage rivals everyone's. Everybody throws the corned beef, the cabbage, and potatoes and carrots and onions in a big pot of too much water. You're going to learn tomorrow why doing it my way is a better way, I think. So I'm anxious to teach that to you, and I've done it before in the past, but
And we will post the recipe in the morning.
Yeah.
So Suzanne's going to post a short video in the morning to show you how she makes it and how easy it is. And the recipe will also be posted so that you guys can get your ingredients on Tuesday, so that on Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day, you'll be able to make Suzanne's recipe.
And I'm doing mine tomorrow in a slow cooker. If you have one of my slow cookers or a slow cooker you've had, I love doing the slow cooker because it just controls the heat, it doesn't boil away. And I'm excited to teach you this. It's really fun. It's going to be a fun dinner.
Yeah, and then the show tomorrow is at 5 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific time.
Yeah.
And Suzanne and Alan are going to eat their corned beef and cabbage. And,
Yeah.
you know, we'll have more fun. That's what we'll do.
I'm going to Irish you tomorrow, Alan.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I love corned beef
You know
and
what we're having for
cabbage.
dinner tonight, Alan?
No.
Leftovers.
Oh.
You know, sometimes I was looking in the refrigerator today, and we had leftover ribs that we made for friends Friday night. And I had a leftover lemon tart, and I had leftover cornbread. And I thought, tonight's the night. I don't
And you
know
have a
if it's all
quiche.
that. And we have a
Yeah,
quiche.
exactly.
Yeah. We should do the quiche tomorrow.
Okay.
I didn't make that. I went to a dinner party Friday night, and when we left, his cook gave me a quiche to take home and cook. So I'm like, wow, great.
Well, I remember in the 70s and 80s, that was like, wow.
That was Julia Child. Julia Child introduced us all to quiche. None of us ever knew what it was. It's really what it like an egg pie. Do you think? Well, how would you describe a quiche?
Yeah, it's eggs in a pie crust.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And it was a revelation.
Well, Julia Childs did a great thing for all of us. She demystified French cooking, demystified European cooking. She brought European and French cooking to America and made it understandable for us. And she talked like this. Je talk like that. And she was like rather a stout woman. And she would like put the things in and then, yeah.
Didn't she do it with Jacques Pepin?
Jacques Pepin.
Jacques Pepin.
Who, when our daughter-in-law, Olivia, came into our family, who's long
French.
generations of French family, I said, Jacques Pepin. And she said, who? I said, your guy, Jacques Pepin, the most famous French chef. She goes, who? And it turns out that Jacques Pepin made up Jacques Pepin. Boy, how smart of him. He came over and said, I am Jacques Pepin, and I am a famous French chef.
Well, he's probably a good chef if he worked with.
He was great.
Yeah.
I learned so much from his cookbook, and then one day I went to Macy's when Bruce was a little boy, and I had Bruce with me, and there was a guy by the name of Robert Carrier selling a cookbook. And at that point in my life, I had never bought a cookbook, and it was a thick cookbook.
And it was expensive.
Yeah,
It was expensive.
I remember buying that book because he impressed me so much, and I learned to cook from that man. And I realized when I was writing cookbooks, I've written 9 of them, that what a great thing it is to be able to teach people how to cook. So that's why I love doing the cooking demos, and I know you love Caroline's cooking demos, and we all used to learn at our mother's knee, but our mothers went to work, and we're not learning at our mother's knee all that much anymore. So you learn at women you admire their cooking, you follow what they do.
Hey, someone said,
Yeah.
hold it, Michelle Sanchez said, oh, I lost her.
Yeah,
Michelle, where are you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, said, I actually bought your slow cooker brand spanking new on eBay. It's fabulous. I got so lucky that someone had a couple.
Say that again now?
Michelle Sanchez said, I actually bought your slow cooker brand spanking new on eBay.
Oh.
Fabulous.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And Caroline, you're right. You taught you worked and you taught your children to cook. They learned at your knee, and I don't know if I taught Bruce. Did I teach Bruce to cook? I think he learned by osmosis. But
My mother taught me to cook.
Yeah.
She taught me how to make a bed. She taught
I
me.
learned how to make a bed from Girl Scouts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hated being a Cub Scout. She taught me how to do the laundry, and we didn't have a dryer. We had a thing, you put the laundry in between these 2 rollers, and you turn a handle.
Mangle.
What is it?
A mangle.
Well, it wasn't electric.
A mangle.
Oh.
And you use it with your knee. You press it with your knee.
No,
and turn it on.
with your knees?
Yeah.
No, this you just put, it was at the top of the washing machine. It's 2 rollers, you put it through the rollers,
I didn't have that.
you turn it and it squeeses the water, okay? She taught me that. She taught me how to beat a rug. She taught me how to waltz, and she taught me how to do the polka. And she taught me how to...
Yeah, exactly. And rub it against the stones.
She taught me how to stand up when a woman walks into the room.
I love that.
She taught me to help a woman sit with a chair. She taught me how to open doors for women.
I love that.
And a few other things.
And she taught you to polka and waltz.
And waltz.
And that's what I hope all mothers are teaching their sons, manners.
And also,
Manners are so...
she let me do anything I wanted to do. Anything.
Yeah, she did.
When I said to her, I just got a job on the Canadian National Railway, traveling back and forth from Toronto to Vancouver, selling stuff, she said, great. I was 13.
Yeah, but look where she came from.
Yeah.
Look what she experienced. So that, I understand why she allowed that. And I allowed Bruce to, oh my God, the things I would let him do, but he was so competent and he would so convince me to go to Dodger Stadium. I just take the bus from here and then I transfer there and I take that. Or I'm going to Oakland and I just take BART from here to there. You have to know Bruce as a little boy, Caroline, he was just this like little confident. Yeah. So maybe I gave him his confidence. I hope so. Because I always said to him, you're a winner and I believe you can do anything. And I did. It wasn't, fooling you. I just
He
believe
believed it too, yeah.
Yeah. And I believe what's instilled in us, so it's all great.
So you haven't talked about the styling gel.
I have talked about styling gel. So do we show the deal tonight, because the show's almost over. I love all of you. This is the styling gel. That's for your volume.
Or for the French audience, it's gel coiffant.
Okay. Next is the activating serum, which makes your hair silky and shiny and strong at the base, so you don't get breakage. I have turned back on the way to the airport if I have forgotten this. It's that important to me. Okay, there's that. Then there's the finishing gloss. You just need a little teeny bit to like comb down the frizzies, right? And then finally is the paste. Very good.
Which is actually called styling cream.
It's called styling cream.
If you're looking
And
for
if
it.
you want to like,
And you guys, if you're new to Suzanne's products, Suzanne doesn't use any pegs, she doesn't use any parabens, she doesn't use any artificial colors, she doesn't use any chemical fillers. She fills her hair care products with botanical actives, like quinoa is her active ingredient for protein. She uses coconut cleansers in her shampoos. She doesn't use any of those chemical sensing agents. She uses Pantheon and all these beautiful ingredients that make your hair healthy and strong, support the hair shaft, smooth the cuticles so you don't get those flyaways and those frizzies. And she really cares about the ingredients, but she also was not going to put it in there unless it did the job as well as the really expensive stuff she used to buy on her own. So give it a try. We think you'll like it the way we love it.
and all of these things are products that I wanted for myself. So in a way, my company is selfish because I wanted all this, but I love sharing what I know.
Well, that was gut renew. We did gut renew for almost a year.
Yeah.
Before we said, let's share this,
Yeah.
right? We felt so incredible.
Yeah.
And by the way, the show's almost over. I just want to say, if you haven't checked out the Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge, go to SuzanneSomers.com and take a look at it. It'll explain everything and provide all the ingredients. And we've had such incredible testimonials. We're so delighted that we can help people like
Yeah,
this,
so much.
because
Yes.
there's so many. When you go to the drugstore and you can walk up and down the aisle, and there's all stuff there because people are bloated or constipated or fatigued from their bloat
Think
constipation.
of all the years that you were bloated and constipated
I know.
before you used gut renew. I'm so
That's
happy
right.
that your gut. I mean, this is not a weight loss product, but since you've been doing this year,
Yeah.
you're down to your youthful body. Today I was walking up the hill to our bedroom, and Alan was coming down, and he was in Bermuda shorts and no shirt. You look good.
Ooh, thank you.
look really good.
You would look good that way too.
Yeah, great. I'll try that. Just you and me, babe. Anyway, tomorrow night, the show's in the kitchen, because we're going to have corned beef and cabbage. And then Friday night, we're back at Big Al's bar, because I think by then the tornado will be over. I love you all.
Awesome.
I love you all. Thank you for
guys have a
coming.
great
You too, and I'm praying for Violet. Violet's had a little setback, and she's back in the hospital in Italy, and we're all praying for her. And if you have a moment, if any of you can say a prayer for Violet, that she's okay. We love her so much. She's just so darling. So take care, Caroline.
Thank you. Thank you. She's
All right.
going to be okay.
She
They're just
will.
doing a little follow-up, but
She
she's
will.
okay. But
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.